What's going on, everyone? This is Vince with VShred.com, and in today's video, I'm gonna take you through a leg workout that's going to be focused on building bigger quads.
I'ma keep on going up till the lights go down.
All right, so like I said, in today's video, we're going to be doing a leg workout. That's gonna be 5 different exercises. This is going to be one that's great for anybody looking for a quad-focused leg workout. Blow up them quads. I just want to say, for anybody who has asked me recently on tips with getting in shape, tips with burning body fat, tips with getting stronger, building muscle, I do have a free quiz, which is where most of our clients start, and they ultimately end up getting phenomenal results from it. But it's a 6-question quiz. It's super easy to take. It basically tells you what you should be doing, the 3 most important things to be doing to get in shape based on whatever it is your goals are. So if you're trying to get in shape, click the link down below in the description, take my free quiz, and let me help you, okay? Now, without further ado, let's get into this leg workout. And by the way, if you like this at any point, make sure you're smashing that thumbs up button below and subscribing to the channel. We get a lot of viewers who aren't subscribed, so you're missing out on a ton of content. Let's do it. All right, so getting into the workout, the first exercise that we have are barbell back squats, but we're gonna do a slight change with the form. We're gonna do heel elevated back squats. If you have like a nice block that's like a ramp almost that has like grip on it, you can use those, and those are phenomenal. If you don't, most gyms don't. You can just throw 2 10-pound plates down on the ground, and then you're gonna put your heels on these, and it's basically just gonna add to your lack of ankle mobility. I personally have a lack of ankle mobility, and so this helps me get a little deeper in my squat without having too much knee pain. It also activates the quads more, and it's just better for overall athleticism. So it's just a great variation. If you have never tried heel elevated squats, I highly recommend them. But getting into this now, let me just show you the form real quick to make sure you're doing it right. We're gonna be going for 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps. And so we're not going super high rep, we're not going low rep either. So you're gonna use a weight that's decently heavy. This first set I would aim for 12. And so you get your heels on those, get a nice strong stance, shoulders rolled back, pulling this bar into your shoulders, butt tucked under you, a neutral pelvis. And then from there, you're gonna try to stay as upright as possible, driving your knees out, drop down to where your legs are parallel to the ground, and squat back up, squeezing through your quads. And then once you do your 12 reps, rack the weight, step away from it, rest for about a minute, and then get right back into it. One thing I recommend is pulling out your phone, using your phone as a timer, and right when it says about 55 seconds, you're moving into your set, because you don't want it to hit 60 seconds and now you've wasted 5 seconds getting it unracked and getting into position. Start 5 seconds early. That way, right when that 60 seconds hits, you're going into round 2 or set 2. So that's the first exercise, heel elevated barbell back squats. After that, we're gonna stay right where we are, get rid of the 10-pound plates, and we're gonna move into barbell front squats. So barbell front squats are even better for your quads than barbell back squats, because the weight is going to be in front of your body, therefore it's going to work your quads more. So getting into this front squat, I'll show you the form. So there's technically 2 types of forms that I see the most. And when you're doing this, by the way, you wanna elevate your elbows so that the bar sits in this little divot that you create with your shoulder when you elevate your elbows, and press your shoulders down. And so the form that I like the most is crossing my hands over and tucking my thumbs up under this bar on each side. You can also just have it on the outside of each side and lift your elbows up. I think this is this has been the easiest for me, at least. From there, you're just gonna get under this bar, lift it up, step out, and then you're gonna find that form. So feet shoulder width apart, toes slightly pointed outward. And this should be a lot easier to actually keep your body upright, and it's going to work your quads really well. But from there, keep your butt engaged and your core engaged. Drop down, all the way down, squat up. So you're gonna go for 12 reps, just like this. And squeezing your quads at the top also. One thing I like to even do sometimes, especially when I'm going higher rep, is I really like to focus on that squeeze at the top a little bit extra and maybe squeeze it for an extra second or an extra 2 seconds. I do that with pretty much any exercise really, but legs have always been a tough one for me to grow, so any extra squeeze I can get usually helps. So that's the second exercise. You're gonna rest for a minute, repeat that 3 more times. And so I would recommend the first 2 sets being 12 reps, the second 2 sets being 10 reps, and then we're gonna move into the third exercise. All right, so next up we have a leg press. And so leg press is obviously good for really any leg workout, but because we are going quad focused, we are going to do a close stance leg press. Basically what you're doing is you're just bringing your feet in probably about 3 or 4 inches than what they normally. You're not bringing them all the way together to where they're touching each other. You just want to put a little more emphasis on your quads, and you're also not going to bring the weight down quite as far. And so showing you what this looks like, someone was really tall on this before. Getting this weight down, I'm also gonna find a nice comfortable position. And so one thing that I recommend is playing with a couple different places on whatever leg your leg press is, because a bunch of different leg presses are different brands, and so you gotta find what's most comfortable for you. So, but generally just keep your feet closer together a little bit, and then you're gonna get into a nice strong position. From there, you're gonna drop this down, and you're gonna go just past 90 degrees with your legs. Like when you're going regular leg press, I mean, you can go way down. With this, you don't really need to go that far down. About there, squeezing back up. And again, I like to squeeze my quads at the top, going back down nice and slow, squeezing it up. Also, one thing to watch out for, I see this at the gym a lot, is exploding. So generally this comes from people going too fast with their reps. And so as you can see, I'm going nice and controlled with my reps, as opposed to people who are exploding this up and then they're just immediately locking out their knees. If you lock out your knees, you are risking the chance of your knees buckling the opposite way. And it is, I guarantee, something that if you've seen in videos, you do not want to happen to you. If you haven't seen it, trust me, you don't want it happening. So I like to go just to where there's a difference between locking out your knees and squeezing your quads. So you want to squeeze your quads and get that peak contraction, but you don't want to lock your knees out in the process. So 12 there, rack the weight, rest for a minute, repeat that 3 more times, and then we'll move into the fourth exercise. All right, so next up, second to last exercise, we have dumbbell step-ups. And so with dumbbell step-ups, you can really use anything to step up onto. Generally, a bench is gonna be perfect. You can just use a little box like this. Also, you're just kind of looking for something that's gonna be higher than a foot high. And this is gonna be great exercise, not only for your quads, but also for your glutes. This is a great quad and glute exercise. And grabbing a weight that's pretty heavy for you here, you kind of want to struggle to step up to this. And now what we're not going to do is alternate which side we're doing. So what we're going to basically do is we're going to go, let's say left side first. I'm going to plant my foot up here, get in a strong position. From there, I'm going to start leaning forward so that I can put all my weight onto that front foot, and I'm not using my back foot to hop up. And there, I'm going to step up real smooth, bring my toe up to here and drop it back down. Bring it up, toe, drop it back down. And you're trying to avoid this long rest on the ground. You don't want to step up and then step down, kind of rest for a second. You want to get right into the next rep. So 12 just like this, really squeezing that quad. After you get 12, switching sides, squeezing that quad. Breathing, avoiding those rests. And after you get 12 there, drop the weight, rest for a minute, repeat that 3 more times, and that's gonna be it for the step-ups. And now we're gonna move into the 5th and final exercise. All right, so last up, we have a nice little isolation exercise where we're gonna be doing leg extension. So most gyms have a leg extension machine, but for the end of the workout, we're gonna use this as a finisher. And so what we're gonna do, instead of doing the 4 sets of 12 reps, we're gonna go a little bit lower weight, higher rep. So this first one, we're gonna do 2 sets of 15, and then the last one, we're gonna do a triple drop set. So I'll show you what that is. So starting out, you just wanna get into this, and you're just repping out 15. So squeezing at the top, going down slow, not losing tension at the bottom, and squeezing out again. So you can go first set, 15, just like this. So breathing, squeezing, and keeping tension. 15 just like that, rest for a minute, do 15 again, rest for a minute, and then we're gonna do the triple drop set. Triple drop set looks like this. So first things first, I'm gonna make this pretty heavy. So I'm gonna go a weight that I can probably only get 6 to 8 reps. And so I'm gonna kick this up. Let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. From there, dropping the weight, I'm gonna drop it about 30, 40%. I'm gonna go right back into it. I'm gonna get as many reps as I can here. So generally this should probably be around 10 or 12 reps, clean reps. So let's say this is 8, 9, reaching failure, 10, 11, and let's say this is failure, 12. Dropping it again. I'm gonna drop 50% more off of that. So if I was at, let's say 40 right there, I'm going to 20. And then here, I'm repping this out as many times as I possibly can. So I'm just gonna sit here, I'm gonna rep, I'm gonna squeeze, and I'm gonna take it nice, slow, and controlled all the way until I cannot basically move this little piece of metal all the way up to where it needs to go. So that's a triple drop set. You're basically just dropping 3 times, a little bit more each time, and fatiguing your muscles with that lighter weight. And it is a phenomenal way of finishing your workout and completely fatiguing the muscle. So that's it, guys. That's the entire leg workout. Hopefully you enjoy this workout. If you do this correctly, you do all the reps, you do all the sets, you're going to be sore from this workout with the correct form and squeezing and creating that mind muscle connection with your quads. It's a great workout if you do it right. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure, like I said, you're clicking that thumbs up button below and throwing down a comment in the comment section with whatever videos you guys want us to make. If you guys want us to make arm workouts, ab workouts, tips on supplements, whatever it is, let me know. I want to make videos that you guys want to know about. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.